Diminutive but extremely effective Spencer Oliver has walked through the underside of the
irritating.
door. Spencer, good to see you. Who did I see out there? But Jack Catterall as well, who's managed to get down from the northwest and he's going to join us in studio shortly.
Absolutely, looking forward to that. Actually, he's done really well to get down, and yeah, I was a bit flustered there, Simon. Sorry about that, mate. Because I was doing my daily video, you know,
I saw
broadcasting.
you. Yeah, I'm reminding you to do your video to your 7 followers. But they're so desperate to receive every Thursday.
I was going to put you in it.
Gurning face saying, "Look who I'm with," and people trying to avoid being in the video.
I was going to put you in
Jack
it, but you
hiding
look
in the
too
corner because he
miserable.
doesn't want to be part of it.
Yeah. We saw Jack Catterall saying to you through the glass here, "I'd rather
Don't
not
put
be
me
in
in
this."
it. Don't put me in it.
If you don't mind. So Jack Catterall will be joining us very shortly, and a whole bunch of things to speak to him about this lunchtime, as well as that. The longest ever reigning cruiserweight champion, Johnny Nelson, will be joining us further down the line in this hour as well. Spence, where are we at now as we head into the month of November, then December, and then the new year? Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk for the undisputed WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO heavyweight world titles. Reportedly, we've heard all this before, reportedly being planned for February in Saudi Arabia. What have you heard since the Ngannou situation last Saturday night?
Well, just before the Ngannou fight, obviously Tyson Fury was adamant the fight was taking place December the 23rd. And if Alexander Usyk didn't go into that, he was going to sue him. I don't know where we sit with that now. I don't know if he got injured through the fight or what, but I'm hearing the same as you guys that, you know, February is the likely date. That would be the end of Riyadh season, is that right?
Yeah, February, March, yeah. Do you pay any notice? George Groves was on one of the other peripheral shows that we do on this platform, talking about the likelihood of potential retirement from Tyson Fury or a rematch against Francis Ngannou.
Yeah.
Do you give that any credence, Spence?
No, I think that boxing is Tyson Fury's saviour. I think that's been well documented. You know, Fury says that that's what keeps him sane. You know, it gives him direction in life and keeps him focused. And he's still forget the performance that he put in against Francis Ngannou. I think that it was he underparred so much, boxed so much under par because lack of...
Can you forget it, Spence? Because Frank Warren was very keen to correct my observations that this was a fight that Tyson hadn't taken seriously. He wasn't prepared for. And Frank clearly wanted to make very clear to me that wasn't the case. So when I recategorised it and said, OK, let's package it up differently then. This was the lineal heavyweight champion of the world, arguably the greatest of his generation, getting beaten up by a 37-year-old MMA fighter, making his debut after not having fought for 2 years with a bad knee. Is that a better characterisation? And Frank didn't like that one either. So which one is it that we saw on Saturday?
So I saw a fighter that went in there, and yeah, he may have trained, maybe not have trained to the best of his ability, but there was no fear factor there. And when a fight has no fear factor, he's going in there and he thinks that for the reasons you just underlined, Simon, he thinks he's just got to turn up to win, and then it doesn't go your way. It's a very difficult thing to do, and then he had to pick himself up off the floor in the third round, and he could not. It was a crazy situation because we found ourselves, we go that Francis Ngannou, yeah, we saw him on the pads and he looked physically quite strong, very slow feet, and we're thinking, well, Tyson Fury is the best of the generation, boxing IQ, he wins, he's got quicker feet, he's got quicker hands, and he's been in the ring, he's the heavyweight champion of the world. So with those factors, you go, there's only one winner. But Francis Ngannou was actually the one that had the boxing game plan, and he stuck to it. He's held his feet, he planted his feet, oh, sorry about that. That was,
that's one of the followers.
There you go.
We got your video. Don't do it again.
That was Jack Catterall.
I'm sure I saw Francis Ngannou.
Yeah, so what he done was he forced Tyson Fury to come to him, and Tyson Fury wasn't prepared for that, and he was making the fundamental mistakes. And where Ngannou lacked the speed, his timing was better, and he was punching when Fury was punching.
You think Ngannou won, don't you?
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, don't you?
I made a case when we were discussing the other day that I can make an argument for a draw. I can't make an argument for a Fury win, which means on either case of that argument, and I'm not fencing it, I think it was most likely a draw. I don't think Francis Ngannou lost that fight.
Yeah.
So what does that do then? Does that mean that a rematch is completely out of consideration? Because ultimately, it's a very disappointing result for Frank and his ill-informed gang.
Do you want to see a rematch?
Well, I think the other argument is now...
No, I don't. Actually, I didn't want to see the first match, to be honest.
No.
I think the other argument now is there still the intrigue? Is there still the appetite for the Tyson Fury Alexander Usyk fight going straight in. But
well, there has to be, doesn't there?
Yeah,
you would think so. But I think that
Surely.
Tyson Fury is one of those. Yeah, but I'm just saying, does it? I mean, you know,
well, how can it not be? We can't have it both ways. We can't have been bitching and moaning for a year about Usyk and Fury, and then all of a sudden, because of a bad performance that Fury put in, and again, let's remember what he said. This was equivalent to a ping pong player going on to Wimbledon Centre Court and beating Novak Djokovic. These are his words, because we've got to be careful with Fury and his little grotty entourage. So you say the right things.